Welcome, everyone, to the Global Channeling Practice. It is March 16th, 2023, and we are going to get us started with some light language as usual. And Joan is going to be our first one. Go ahead, Joan.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Beautiful. Thank you. Now, are you starting the practice of asking for the message to be received? An interpretation?
Just being in love. Be happy. Say love one another. My dear brothers and sisters, we are the stars in the galaxy. You are the stars in the galaxy. In this galaxy. That's all.
Wow, that's very good. Woo-hoo! I love it.
Awesome.
Wow,
Job.
I think that's your first longer than 2 words translation. So that's very exciting to see that progress. I'm so happy for you.
Thank you.
No wonder they're saying, let's go, let's go. Atahina ratahira kui tikiriana arre itkruira manda itkruira nata itkriya ta itkruama ira tatuira ta ikia nanda tatuira nara itkruama itkruira ni itkriana atakriya patkriya nia itkruira patkriya itkriya takatika patkriya akriya takatika kuyenda hayet kuyenda patkriya tatapatkiya takata hayet tatatuina iu paiti akahira na tatatuira na tagdi ijuama itakrin tata urunira iskrana ta haya ta ta paina patkriya ta para tutuira na ta itakriya ta tatukuyana ijuama rata atahira na rata irtuna atahira na ta itakriya ta ira takiwana patkriya ta tatkriya. Aranya etekuru nya Oh my gosh. Oh man. Okay, so I'm going to interject before I get any translation, but so they're taking advantage of me a little bit because they know how my channeling for light language comes through so clearly. So I have multiple beings come through. They each gave their messages. And then at the end, they had me do some galactic light language to clear specifically universes outside of our universe. And I like sent it up and out. They also had me opening portals. I reckon, like, I feel the sensation of it. I recognize what they're doing. And so they're like opening these portals so that the energy goes to where it needs to go. And then of course, you know, we do all of our grounding and connecting and clearing and intending for higher beings to connect with us. So we know that this energy that we're sending out is pure in 5D and higher. And so, so don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of the light language. So the first message that came through was from Andromeda, and it was a continuation of the message from the stars, your recognition that you are part of the stars. And oh, that's why I was writing this out earlier. They had me doing light language earlier. I will go ahead and share it. I don't always share it, but this is what they had me writing. And that's a message to broadcast the center being of who you are out to the stars, and also that your light will reflect back to you from the expanded resonance. And then it also says, we are your galactic families. Now, within the body of the light language that was on either side of the drawing, I didn't decipher that, or I wasn't getting a direct message from that. I got an overall message from the entire drawings, because that's usually how I get it, is in these packets. So I also did have the Lyrans did come through, and they were giving their messages of brotherly and sisterly support, that we also are here with you. Trust your knowledge, trust your beinghood, and understand that we are always with you. There's no doubt. There's no question. There's no doubt. And then at the end, I was getting, who was I getting? Not important. The important thing is that you were sending light out, and the intention was for healing and, oh, Kundalini. There was Kundalini energy going there too. So if you are working on your Kundalini energy, this light language is going to benefit you. Caution. Make sure that you're in a clear space and that you've cleared your space when you're working with your energy to work on your Kundalini, because your light becomes so bright and expansive that you can attract lower frequency beings. And so if you're working to clear your energy and move up, that could like set you down a step versus raising you up. So just caution with working with your Kundalini energy. And then I would say that when the energy does come and you're getting the clearings in each of your chakras, be excited and enjoy that energy. So, and then the rest of that end of that message, that was like for the galactic universe. So, okay. That's all I got. Now, Wilma, did you want to give us anything, or I don't know if you're still feeling any coming through?
Yeah, I've sort of got something coming through, which is a little bit, I'm not sure what it is.
Okay, thank you.
The shinto and the head rushna takana yahe, the head and the it feels a bit like, you know how you're saying you're going up a ladder, like elevating your energy. It feels like I'm sort of going up the rungs of a ladder, and each one is being cleared as I go. That's kind of a bit how it feels. de endere ish indiki ana yetaha sukhur yetarne tierde. And now it's more free flowing. The torush naritiana eriana torush nergia. Durueterita shitarane karane tirana turna. You're in the flow, rush tarana karne terna heraturna. Durushnara, when you've done the clearing, Durushna Keranarietene. Durishnar Kirane Turneter. Durishnari near and allow yourself to feel it. Terishtara Nartiana. Duchandari in Derishinaritina. Feel the joy in Derishinariety in connection. Durishinar Hateran. Dohanare and Terele. Tirushituruna Ayetine. Dahainetiana. It is done. Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah, I feel like I'm tingly all over, vibrating from that. That was wonderful. Okay, I suppose I'll go next. Te kohaya sikite kuhia sikite te koto haya to kuhoa e te kahihua sikite ko hazi kite koto to e te kite ai koto hoia taka e to koto e te kia tu hazi ki te hai ko hoia te ko ai siki hazi e koto e ki to go dia hi ko haia siki Hia zuku to e ke te kaoto haya te te o kuhai hia zuku hia do te ia ko hazi te te koto hea te koto hika hea zuki te aukoto te hiko hea zuku te hea hukoto hitoko hazi toto kia oto hea zuki te koto kia toko hea suku hea. So we are the ant people that once existed on your planet. Suku hea ito hazi kia ia ko ia toko. Your ancient ones remember us. Sukoto Hiazia kutu, hiazia yuku yetia yaku, connect with us and your ancestors for the truth of our existence. Suku hiaiti, hosia ye fuku, for we lived amongst you in peace. Suku hita huku, hititi akuto, hazia kutia hia ku, hia siku, we help to bring our culture to koto, hiazia tuku tia ye tuku to your ancient societies. Kote ye tukutai, hazia kutia ye tuku, hia ye yohu tia ye ku, hia tuku tia, we provided our galactic studies tukuta our learning sukuto hitia kuwa sikati tikuto hiasia ko, and our artwork that you've seen tuku in quite a few places on your surface. Sukuto hitia uku hazia koto hiku hiasikitia ku hia you could connect with us and we will teach you hiasikuto yiki and help you remember this ancient knowledge. Sukuto hia diti koku hayatia ku hazia huku hitia hosia kitete yokuto ya hikuto tia yuku hiazia yuku. We taught our principles of community, of sharing, of unity. Tuko hikia, hia sukutu hia, ensuring that all have enough. Sukutu hiki, hia suku, principles that need to be relearned. Sukuhaya titikua hiti huya hiki hia sukotia hi tuku, to restore peace upon your planet. Sukutia yokua hia zia kutua hiti kutu hia hiku hazia tokuhita wuku hia zia kia yiku. We wish to connect with you. Hia sukotoya hia sikia huku hia zia tuku, and assist you tuku on your mission. Sukutia yiku Zuko toi hia you could, and help progress you upon your path. Koko hiti ko sikia tuko towards ascension. Sia yiko hazia kututia ya kiowa sikiti kuwa hia zia ko ya iku hia so kia yukuto ye. We are connected to the Galactic Federation of Light. Sukuto hikia ua sikia hia zia ko tia tuko hia yiko tia yuko hia zia yiko tituko hia sukuto. Much love and blessings to you. Sko tia yi tia sukuto toya sia to hia hituko hituko toya titi I toto toto yete yaki tia yokoto tia yete tia totoya hia huka ya tia. All right, then.
Wow,
All
that was
righty
beautiful.
then. Very cool.
That was the
Do you know what's
first.
so weird? I had like, what is the body, the main party of the ants? Yesterday, I literally was like reading about that. The anthrax or something like that.
Yeah.
You know how they have the different
Yeah, I think
parts
it's
of the
the
body?
anthrax. Yeah.
Literally yesterday, I was reading about that.
Or
And then I was
or
like,
is it the thorax?
thorax, whatever it is.
Thorax.
Thorax, anthrax. Maybe
Anthrax is the poison. the
thorax, whatever it is.
Thorax.
But,
Yeah, thorax,
but I
I
was
think.
reading about it. I was like trying to spell something or another or look something up, and it came up on my feed. And I was like, what? And I'm like, why am I reading about ants? And so, but then I was reading about them. And then I was like, why am I reading about ants? Like I was reading, even though I hadn't intended to. And then I just started reading. And so I was like, and then I kind of swept away. And then here you are channeling them. So I think I like the synchronicity of that. That's all.
I've heard of the ant people, and because there's those drawings. Oh, what are they called? The drawings in this is it Arizona or New Mexico? There's a name for the drawings, but there's a big ant drawing on like the side of a like cliff face or whatever.
Yeah.
There's like these huge drawings. There's one, I know there's one of an ant, but I think other beings. And I've heard the ant people working with the indigenous, like the southwestern United States, because there's these huge drawings of these like ant and other beings that are still present, still visible from the air. And they're like, well, how can that be, if it's only visible from the air, but yeah, I think I had heard a channeling too where they lived amongst the indigenous, and there was mutual respect and they lived in peace with each other. And I think eventually they left the planet for whatever reason, but
yeah.
So
Radha,
I had heard that they saved some beings also, like through the floods and other things that happened on the earth, that there were certain beings that they would save and take under the earth or inside the earth.
Oh, interesting.
Cool.
Something to ask in our future channels.
Do you want to do some light language before we move into channeling?
Okay, I'll start with some Mulheran words and hopefully the light language will come through. So, Teleta, which means from the beginning, or Quavo, Wuha Muha. Wuha Muha means goodbye. No, sorry.
Nothing to be sorry about. The important thing is that you're working on connecting and you're working on letting your ego step aside. So one of the things, and I don't know if everybody in this group was doing this, but I would actually say to myself, ego, I don't need your input right now. Please go. And I would pick a different spot in the house and say, go sit over there, or I want you to go upstairs. Usually if they kind of want to be like in your sight. So then I would say, like, I know Susan would be like, oh, I feel them like they're behind me, like when she was early on, when she was working on channeling. And for me, I would always like set them like, okay, go sit on that chair or go sit on the couch. You can still see me from there. And then I'm going to be focused here.
Well, I kind of, it's almost like I get a visual of them on the other side of the room. Like, I intend to set my ego consciousness aside, and then I just kind of visual like go sit in the corner over there and just be quiet.
So even for light language, you do that?
Yeah.
Or is that just for channeling?
Well, for channeling that's longer and more focused, I like to really put my intention in, but also when I'm getting ready to do light language, it's almost like, well, you can do light language because most people don't understand that. But when you're saying words, like they want to be like, they want to be like right there, like, be on pollen.
I said to my ego, I said, watch me. and you have to make love, you know. You
Like
have to laugh.
just observe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Observe,
that's
you mean,
why
not
Just observe. You don't
I'm
need to
laughing when I'm
participate.
laughing. So when I'm laughing, my ego is laughing. Because he's
But
watching
you're always
me, so-
laughing. You're always laughing.
I don't know, because my ego is laughing at me. Just kidding.
Yes.
your ego's a lot of fun when she laughs.
It's because you know you're by yourself sometimes, and then why are you smiling? Well, my shadow is following me. And then I was just laughing. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's being able, it's a portion of being able to understand your multidimensional self, that you are many beings in one, and the ego is part of your being, along with your, you know, your actual physical body, and then also your body element, which is kind of your physical body but bigger, and then your higher self, and then your soul, your oversoul. I mean, there's probably, you know, the fractals of who you are, you know, if you're multiple galactic beings, it's like you're all of this, and now you feel like it's like, oh, it's only the pinky, oh, it's only the ring finger, oh, it's only the middle finger, oh, I'm only the first finger, I'm the thumb, I'm the hand. But when you're channeling, you want all of it to come together into the oneness, and then bring that into your heart. And then when you're bringing that into your heart in the oneness, you're not all discombobulated and all over the place. I feel like I'm giving this information to myself. And you're, well, you're not all discombobulated and all over the place. That's what allows you to focus and connect and bring the energy into your heart, so that the higher energy comes down and your energy in 3D goes up. And then as the two merge, that's when you get all your information. I just channeled that.
That was good.
Thank you, Raziel. Oh, wait,
was-
correction. That's Tenyana. Thank you, Tenyana.
Well, I was going to say
Fine.
too, so yeah, your ego is not you. And it's kind of like, I know
Like a
through,
being to
yeah.
watch over you, kind of like your
it,
guardian angel, but
it
different.
has, yeah, it has its role to, you know, protect your physical energetic vessel, your avatar, basically, from
Mhm.
harm. But I think in our Western society, we've been taught to listen too much to the ego, and or connected to, you know, separation, judgment, things of that nature, and materialism, what have you. And once you, yeah, learn to connect through the heart again, like drop out of your mind and, like, you know, envision dropping into your heart, like in meditation or prayer or whatever, helps you quiet the ego. And I did, you know, A Course in Miracles. I'm still working on that, but that's helped quiet the ego and to connect more into the heart, and then listen to your heart's guidance, because we're all given our own inner guidance system, our intuition, our gut feeling, whatever you want to call it, to guide us forward, you know. And if something feels, you know, so I kind of learned when I started, I guess, my more accelerated awakening process, you know, back in 2019, that, you know, as I started to listen to the heart, and if something felt good, I kept moving in that direction. If something didn't feel good at that, you know, gut instinct level, I wouldn't go in that direction. I just, you know, even if I didn't know where I was going, as long as I trusted my heart, trusted my inner guidance, that's because your connection to creator is through the heart. And as long as you stay connected at that heart level and follow that inner guidance, even though I didn't know where the path was leading me, it's like the right people, places, things would just show up in my life as I continue to trust and move forward. And because it's more, when you listen to the ego, it kind of like paralyzes you, and it kind of, you know, yeah, it doesn't necessarily lead you in the right, you know, on the right path that's for your best and highest good, so to speak. But but when you follow the heart, you'll connect to, yeah, the right people, places, and things at the right time. And yeah. And just continue to trust and move forward, and
So you're channeling first today, right?
yes, I
Yes, you
can.
are.
That is. All right, so yeah, let's see who wants to come through tonight. It is I, Yeshua. I thought I would come in with a message to you all and to answer any questions.
Hello and welcome.
Welcome to our gathering. You are part of our gathering of all of us that surround you, as we are part of yours. And we are all connected as one in truth, as you've been feeling our presence. And now that the veil has thinned to an even greater degree than before, that you are feeling our essence, feeling our presence to a greater extent within your auric field, within your energetic vibration, you are tapping in to our energies that are part of your extended energies, part of your extended beingness. For we are all connected, as Michelle likes to say, in the God soup, which is a humorous way of looking at things, but it is true that our energies intermingle in this way. So I want to say how proud I am of everyone in this group and everyone who listens later for all of your efforts that you are doing for Gaia at this time. By raising your collective consciousness, you are assisting her ascension process as well as the rest of humanity. By raising your energetic vibration affects the all that is in truth. And your impact is great. Know that you are the powerful creators that you always have been. It's just you are realizing now, with your more instantaneous manifestations, how your thought processes affect your reality, how you are bringing into your reality things that are in alignment with your thoughts, words, actions, beliefs, as you know. But it is becoming more readily apparent as your manifestations are becoming more instantaneous, and as you are directing your focus towards more of what you will wish to create instead of what you have been programmed into believing about the world around you, you are seeing the dying play of these old control mechanisms that have existed for centuries. You are seeing them disintegrate before your eyes, fall away. For these things need to break down in order to manifest the new in the collective consciousness, to create a new belief about what is possible on the earth plane. May I answer any questions for you? And of course, I wish to extend my love and appreciation, as I have mentioned, to all of you, and to have you feel my loving connection, and to connect your hearts with mine whenever you wish, to lighten your mood, to share in good humor, to share in our connectedness and friendship, our loving relationship that I wish to reawaken you to our connection, and to know that I am always here for you.
Beautiful. We have a question from Radha. Radha, go ahead and bring your mic off mute and come on screen. Thank you.
Hello, Yeshua. Thank you for being here.
Hello, dear one.
So we've been hearing a lot about this equinox that's happening in another week or so, on the 23rd, I believe. Could you tell us what sort of energetic changes and other changes in our bodies we can anticipate with this equinox?
Yes, I believe it is the 21st on your timeline, but it will be a start of a new beginning on your planet, of these new energies coming in that will awaken many, that it is more of a start of what is to come in the next year or two, with the greater triggering of collective awakening on your planets. And there will be earthly changes, as you've seen with earthquakes, for example, with temperature changes, with not so much tsunamis, but rising of the sea levels that you've observed, that these will continue as Gaia is ascending. But do not fall into fear, do not fall into trepidation over these earth changes, over these changes to the collective consciousness that will bring to the surface the fear-based beliefs that need to be released on your planet, the old programming for those that have not awakened to the level that you are at, that they may come to you for guidance, for they will see the peace that you hold, the love, the joy that you hold, and they will wonder, how can this be that you have such countenance that is unmoved by what they see in the outer reality based on their thoughts, beliefs that they still hold, that you will be the example for them, those that are ready to be open to new perceptions will be drawn to you as they are releasing the old. So this is some of what this equinox will be the beginning of, this greater acceleration of awakening on your planet. You've already seen this so far this year and in the preceding years, but it is going to ramp up even to a greater degree than what you have seen. And the more that you are centered within the heart, within yourselves, within your own reality that you create as the free sovereign beings that you are, the more that you maintain your pillar of light and anchor it into Gaia to bring about your heaven on earth connection, to bring the light into the earth and expand it within your being as the pillars of light from Creator. For truly that is your primary mission, is to hold the light, to help hold the space for your fellow brothers and sisters to see the light within themselves, to awaken to the truth of their connection to the one source, to their true origins, and to know that these changes must occur in order to bring about a higher level of consciousness, of unity, of peace, of love, to restore it upon the planet that was once lost temporarily through your collective amnesia, that it is coming back online for you and many, and will continue to grow. So continue to rejoice, continue to be in your joy, to be in harmony with one another, to support one another, and to welcome in those that seek out your wisdom and guidance based on the collective experiences and individual experiences that you've had in the last few years. For you will be in a teacher role with these others that are just beginning upon the path that you are on towards ascension, towards awakening.
Thank you for that information. That's very exciting.
Yes.
So just one other question. I understand there are lots of beings on Earth currently who have a fractal of, various angels and ascended masters and so forth. Can you tell us a little bit about how these fractals work and what their purpose is?
Whether you call them fractals or aspects of angelic beings, of ascended masters, that due to the nature of this particular lifetime being a more difficult one, if you wish to call it that, a more challenging one, that is why many are connecting with these fractals, with these aspects, and it is more a lending of this being's consciousness, essence, energetic vibration, personality traits. It is to support you on your particular mission, why you came here, what you plan to do here. So it is aligning you with, in truth, higher aspects of you, since at a higher level all are connected. And so you are able to bring in or tap into the essence of the consciousness of these beings and bring it more into your avatar's overall collective energies that you have brought in by connecting into these various fractals or aspects that are part of your oversoul, in many cases, part of your higher self, that's your connectedness to these beings. And it is basically to assist you with certain skills, with certain knowledge, with certain personality traits, if you will, to assist you on your path in this lifetime for things that you have chosen to work towards, to accomplish, to bring forth. It is, in a sense, an added enhancement to what you already hold at a soul level. It is putting on, what is a good analogy? Putting on additional layers of clothing, additional layers of, I guess, skills in different capacities for you to fulfill your mission. So in a sense, the beings are part of you at a higher level, but they're also separate at this level of understanding. But it is something that you can connect or tap into to bring into a more fuller awareness through intention, to ask for knowledge about sacred geometry from Metatron, for example, or from what other angelics are known for, or if you are a healer, to connect in with Archangel Raphael, or with me, Yeshua. Whatever you wish to do, you can ask for these connections, whether you are a fractal or not, but you will just feel the energy of these beings connected with yourself if you hold a fractal or aspect of them as a pre-birth contract, if you wish to call it that, or agreement, that they are lending you their energy, their personality, their consciousness to assist you, almost like what you would term a muse, and to bring you inspiration, to bring you guidance, to bring you connection, to bring it into your overall avatar, is a term often used, your overall being in this lifetime, that it's your overall energetic signature, energetic beingness of which you wish to hold in this avatar, in this lifetime, based on your soul's blueprint or what you wish to accomplish in this life stream.
Oh, thank you. That was a beautiful answer.
You are
Yeah,
welcome.
creation is just incredible.
Okay, I have a question from Iana. She asks, how may I best assist humanity during this time of ascension?
The simple answer is to be the love that you are, to be the creator that you are in its highest sense, to connect into your true, authentic, divine spark that you hold within you, that you hold within your heart, and to expand that energy outwards, to be that beacon of light, to be the lighthouse for others, to be in your joy, be in your peace and harmony, and to enjoy your lives, to enjoy your creative abilities in all its forms. For you are meant here to learn, meant to be here to learn and grow and enjoy this existence, and to be in the flow of creation and know that is your true self, this true essence of being the spark of the creator, and the creator is learning through you in your experiences that you are having as an extension of, as you being an extension of Creator, as you being one with Creator, and letting that energy flow through you and expand outwards to connect with others, to co-create, to expand your consciousness to a greater degree through experiences, through learning, through growing, and having your free will, your free inclinations guide you in whatever direction brings you the greatest joy, the greatest expansion in whatever you wish to bring about in your lives. For that is truly why you are here, is to connect in with your true essence and to expand it outwards, to share it with the world. And that will in itself, just by your holding of the light, will affect the collective consciousness of all humanity, that will bring about the greatest change. The more that you are self-aware of what you hold within your minds, through your thoughts, through your beliefs, through your creative abilities, and being aware of what you see in your outer reality is a reflection of your inner reality. And so if you wish to change your outer reality, first you must change what goes on within you. And that
And-
will then change what you see without you.
Thank you. And then she further asks if she says, please, Jesus, place your hand on my heart for healing so I may shine my light in unconditional love. Once again, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yes. I can do that now. And I can do it for all of you. I will give you all of heart activation, and for whoever connects with this later. Tie sukoto haya tia tia hukia sikitoa hititikutoa. He sia titia tuhua, he sia tua kitia kutoa, hazia kua, he tikia tuku, he sikutua, he tikia kukua haya ti, he sikutu, he tiku, hazia kutuhia, tukua, hitia kutoa, he titia suku, hazia tititia kutuhaya hiko, hazia kutu hitia hua, hiesikia, hiesia kutu titia, hiesikutu yitia kutu, hiesikia hua, hitia sikutoa, si titia. Blessings.
Thank you for that clearing. That was beautiful. I felt that energy. And I'm sure the others did as well. So now, if I may ask you, this morning, of course, as you know, as Susan knows, I get a lot of my information first thing in the morning with some very vibrant and vivid dreams. And so yesterday, as I woke up, I had set my intention before I went to sleep to go and be with the angels. And then this morning, or not this morning, but yesterday, as I woke up, I saw a woman in a long white dress with brown wavy hair. And she said, sing with me. And then we proceeded to sing together, glory, 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 hallelujah. And as I was coming to my full consciousness, I was like, oh, I seem to know every intonation that she was singing. And so the ups, I went up with her, the downs, I went down with her. And so, any of the voice inflections that were happening, we were singing together. So I'm wondering, who was it I was singing with?
Archangel Seraphina.
Ah, Seraphina. Thank you. Did she have any other messages she wanted to give to me?
She wishes for you to connect more with your angelic self, Raziel, and the others that you are connected with, to connect with the angels, to sing from the heart, to be in that vibration, and to make up your own songs. That it doesn't have to be the standard version of what you've heard, but it can be your own soul's interpretation of songs that you know, or ones that you create yourself. But is about having fun with the angels, is what I'm feeling, to connect with them more and to be in a playful sense in singing with them and in creating with them and connecting with them through a playful, loving way.
So before we came on, we were singing a song, not being and doing some variations of it. So who was influencing that? Was that Serafina as well? Or was that Yeshua? You?
It is many of us here.
So the group of you together.
The group of us together is
Okay.
creating this high vibration that you're feeling, this joy, this upliftment, this inspiration, this happiness, as we all connect in with your beautiful energies.
Beautiful.
And expand them even more.
So another one of those interesting dreams that I had was we were traveling on a path and I was in front of Susan and Joan, and it seemed like kind of an Egyptian path. It was brick. And then down to the right, this path went like down a very steep hill. And as I was moving into this steep hill, it was almost like it was like squishy, like a bounce house. And so each step down, as I went down this like bounce house, I kind of was leaning back and then like stepping down at the same time. But the handrails had bugs on them. Like I saw an image of a grasshopper, kind of faded, like people's hands had been on the railing and you couldn't really see it. And then I saw what seemed to be like a, like a centipede, like 1,000 legs. Only it didn't have 1,000 legs. Maybe it only had like 30 legs. But I could see that there were more as you went down on this railing. And then going to the bottom of this channel, then the channel widened out. And it was very wide and encompassing. And then I was walking next to, I don't know, I would say a mix between a chimpanzee and a gorilla. So a tall, skinny, kind of ape-like being. And then I'll call it a monkey. The monkey turned around and would kind of wiggle its arms around and be smiling and like making fun. And then I was mimicking this monkey and like doing the same thing as my friends were behind me. So what were the messages behind that? The multiple, being in with the big group and then going off to the smaller group down the channel, and what was the squishy stuff I was stepping on?
Let's see. Usually with dreams is not always a literal interpretation. Let's see the bugs.
Right. I was trying to get the images out of it. So, and well, for me, intuitively, I was getting that going from a wider channel down narrow and then it would widen again. So maybe going down into my heart because it was like a chamber that I was in. And then, so this is my own interpretation, but I'm sure you'll let me know where I'm misstepping. And then as I got into the wider channel, that it would be that my road wouldn't be so broad. It would be a more narrow channel, but still a broad channel nonetheless. And then the monkeying was as a reminder to have fun and to, I don't know, kid around, joke around.
Yeah, I'm feeling, the monkey connection was to Connect with your joy, a reminder of that. To, yes, be in a playful frame of mind as you go upon your journey. But yes, the narrowing of the channel, I guess the playful squishiness of each step as you went down more into this narrow pathway. Yeah, it's about, connecting with that childlike self, that innocence, that joy of creation, of playfulness, of like when you used to create as a child and be more present in the moment and in the flow of that creation, that it was, kind of narrowing down to, what you perceive as coming into the heart, into your true knowing, into your true essence, your authenticity. And then once you've connected into that, which you have come a long way with that, of course, that then it'll be expanded. You'll expand that outward and to share it with the world. So first it's about, like narrowing your focus, letting the distractions along the path, in a sense, kind of fall away. I mean, it's those that are playful are okay, but it's kind of like narrowing your focus down to the truth of who you are, and then bringing that out to a greater degree in the world, to expand your true essence outwards once you've clarified it from within your heart. It's like then you're expanding it outwards, like on the other side.
Got it. Okay, so I did this meditation where it was focusing on breathing. And although I've had Kundalini awakening already, what I experienced was a little bit different, where this was more like full body convulsions. Was that still related to the Kundalini, or what was that experience? Was it just opening to more of the, I don't know. I'm reaching for ideas here.
It's an opening of the light codes within your being. And it's anchoring them and connecting to them.
Ah, the anchoring.
Anchoring in the light codes into your energetic system. But it's basically like an energetic alignment, similar to what you've experienced with energetic adjustments in your channeling when you connect to new beings, and
Yes.
you need to tune the vibration, tune the connection.
Okay. So
And
since, oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, so it's, in a sense, it's a process of the activation of these new light codes that are coming into the planet at this time, that you've all been experiencing different physical symptoms with. When you are anchoring them in, they need to be adjusted, the energies, that with your avatar, with your physical being, energetic being, the energies need to be brought into an aligned connection. And so sometimes you can experience these different physical sensations to varying degrees, and this shaking or these vibration feelings that have been increasing for you because of the higher vibrational nature of these light codes that are coming in from the great central sun, that you've done much preparation to prepare yourself, your bodies for this connection, but it still can be a so-called jolt to the system,
Boy.
or multiple jolts.
Yeah, I felt like I was I know I can't think of what the medical term is, but the people that when they go into their whole body is convulsing and they can't control it and they are worried about swallowing
Or
their tongue.
seizures.
Seizures, yeah. I mean, it literally was like that, and I couldn't stop it. It went on for about 5 minutes, and then it settled, and then it started
It's
again for
also-
another 2 minutes.
Yeah, and it's also releasing some of the old densities that you may still hold, whatever's, because
So-
it will bring to the surface
Yeah.
these higher vibrations as they're integrated, will bring to the surface whatever needs to be released at the same time for both.
So
or
that
they can't exist in the same energetic space if you
I
wish to
got
look at it like that. Yes.
So then I was going to say, in conjunction with that, after that experience, I had a lot of, like, I could barely move my neck, like it was a lot of pain. And then since then, my back has been like a sore, like I just can't quite, and maybe that's just the integration of it. But I also, because I know that with my light, I tend to attract beings that want to implant me and also beings that want to attach to me. So may I ask for a body overview? Is this just energy releasing, or have I attracted implants or other beings, other entities?
Let's see. One moment. Being that you have one entity attached to you, let me tune into the nature of this being. Getting that they're hanging out in your back behind, getting left kidney. Are you feeling some of this pain kind of on the
Yeah.
left side behind your kidney
Uh-huh.
in the back?
Yeah. And then also I feel the energy of it, like it's expanded out up into either side of my spine and like the muscles in my back as well.
Yes.
Are they ready to go?
I'm getting it's an elderly man.
Where did I pick him up at and why?
Getting grocery store.
Oh, where I never
That
go.
or just in
Yeah.
that vicinity.
No, I mean, I literally, I never go. And then like a couple of days ago I went, and then this seemed to be exasperated, whatever the word is, exasperated.
Around that time.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm feeling that he passed perhaps crossing the street in that area, that he perhaps got hit by a car and had a sudden exit. And so he's been somewhat in limbo. And like you mentioned, he was attracted by your light and your kind energy and felt safe. So he decided to connect with you. But I will explain to him that he will be escorted home at this time to his
Thank you.
true home. Getting that his name is George.
George, it's been a pleasure having you with me for these few days, but I am also happy to see you go on to your next part of your journey. Thank you for going with the angelics that are assisting you. It's like he's hanging on. He doesn't want to go.
Okay, George, you must go now. Visualize,
Literally felt him like crap up to
Vis-
me.
visualize a spark of light within your heart, expanding outwards. Talking to George.
Yes.
Yes. See a beam of light, see a small spark of light within your heart, and see it expanded outwards as a beam of light, and see it connecting and expanding and leading you home. And I call in Archangel Michael
Archangel Michael.
to please escort dear George. Thank you for sharing your energies with us, but it is time for you to exit Wendy's body and to return home where your family is waiting for you. Your loved ones are there for you. All of those that you have loved who love you wish
And
to
take all
connect with you
cords.
there. So it is time to follow this light from your heart. Follow the path of the light that will return you home to your true home, to your connection with your loved ones, where it is safe for you to leave at this time and return to your true home. And Archangel Michael shall guide you there. Thank you, Archangel Michael.
Please remove all cords.
Yes, cutting all cords.
Sealing it with the violet flame. And filling me back up with golden Christed energy, God's love and light, angelic light.
I sense he is sorry for causing you any pain
Just as he was leaving,
by
I
his
felt a little
presence.
stab in my heart.
Yes, he just wanted,
He is forgiven,
he
sending
wanted
love.
a loving connection with you because he felt your love and was feeling a bit lost and lonely.
Well, thankfully, he won't feel lonely anymore. He'll be back
Yes.
with his loved ones.
Yes.
Ooh, yesterday I walked outside as I was getting ready to walk my dog, and the whole outside of the world smelled like freshly laid mulch, but nobody has laid mulch yet. And so it's got that very earthy kind of manure-y smell to it. And so I'm wondering, was that Gaia, Mother Gaia connecting in with me? Or was that an earth dragon? Because it kind of popped in my head that just like in Shasta, I got that very earthy smell. So I'm not sure.
with the rising temperatures, I think, and melting of the snow, if you've been experiencing some of that of late.
Nah,
That's
because I was trying to smell the ground. It wasn't the ground.
it wasn't the ground. Okay.
It was definitely energetic. Whatever I was smelling was definitely energetic.
Let's see.
Although I feel like it's meant for me to smell it so that I would recognize that my sensory, my, what do they call that? Claire, I don't know, whatever the smelling is, oratory, Claire, or whatever it is, that it was my awakening my knowledge to that.
Let's see.
Claire Augustus. Oh, thank you.
I'm getting that it was the same earth dragon that you connected with in Mount Shasta.
Andaras.
Yes, Andaras, that wishes for you to continue to connect with him and send your energetic support to purify the waters, to purify the earth at the headwater springs there, especially.
Okay, that's what I thought.
And
But-
that was a mental trigger to remember that scent from your connection with him at Mount Shasta.
Beautiful. I have my rock from the waters, so I'll use this rock to connect with Andaras more. I'll program this rock.
I'm getting similarly to how you smelled that smell with the rock in your home
Yes.
is what he's giving me, and that was also just a reminder to connect with him. That smell.
Yes, it's very it's a very distinct earthy smell.
Yeah.
I was looking around expecting to see him. I was like, are you here with me?
Well, he can
But
be
then-
with you energetically,
All right, very cool.
just like any other being.
All right, very cool. Okay, so Joan has some questions, if I may ask them for her, unless she wants, usually she wants, her heart starts racing, so she has a hard time. Okay, so she says, what is the meaning of the death that you went through with the cross and the resurrection? Can you expand on that?
It was a demonstration to my disciples of their true nature as spiritual beings, that they are not the physical bodies that they see, that the end of their physical lives is not the end of who they are, that they have a spiritual body, but it was also a demonstration of my ability to not suffer in the way that was represented or the story that was laid upon that event, that I suffered on the cross or that I was suffering for the sins of others, for this is untrue. It was more that I had disciplined my own mind to such a point that I knew through my own consciousness that I did not need to suffer, that I was able to step aside from the definition that others laid upon it, or seeing me in that state that others assumed I was suffering, but actually my consciousness had basically left my body in a sense, because I was able, through my own creative abilities, my own understanding of the laws of creation, my understanding through my own enlightenment process, that I was able to step aside from earthly definitions or earthly suffering, and able to raise my consciousness through meditative practices, through yogic breathing, as you've experienced, to rise above this image of myself on the cross. For I truly, in a sense, had stepped out of my body and did not suffer. I was able to be in a more, what you would perceive as a meditative state, where my consciousness had risen to a level outside of my body where I was free from any suffering. But it was also seen that it was also interpreted by others that I had risen my old body, but in a sense I had created more of a light body form, that my old bodily form was basically dissolved, and I created a new light body form in its place, as I had mastered the laws of your reality, where I knew how to do this. And it may seem an impossible feat to many on the earth plane, but once you become enlightened, once you connect with the all that is, and you release the ego to such a degree that you are filled with God's light, and that you are consciously aware that you are the master of your reality, you are the creator of it, that you are able to manipulate the laws of the universe. That is how powerful you are. And that this is something that came into my awareness through my own enlightenment process, that led to this quite complex demonstration for my disciples, for my followers at this time, to demonstrate that the physical body that they see is not who they truly are, that they are an eternal spirit, and that the concept of death has no hold over them, for they can be born into another energetic form easily if they believe it is so. And that suffering is an option, not a requirement.
Beautiful. Thank you for that explanation. That makes sense. Joan wants to know, is there a song that we can sing to connect us better with you?
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine.
Okay. Thank you very much. So light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
That's incredible because I was just singing that song. Thank you. That's so amazing.
That's
This
beautiful.
This will connect you with your childlike joy.
Beautiful. So earlier I was hearing, right before when Susan was getting ready to channel, I was hearing Kuatara, Kuatara, Kuatara 2. What does that mean? And is it Lyran?
Getting Palladian.
Pleiadian. Oh,
Yeah. Getting rise up, rise up, rise up.
2. Rise up, rise up.
To the truth. Getting the truth of who you are. But also the truth of all that is.
Joan, Susan, and I are going to be on a trip, and my husband going to Scotland and Ireland. Are there any beings that we should connect in with while we're there? Or is there any guidance that you would like to give us before we go? And can we have additional shielding so that we're not picking up all the wandering souls? We'll send them to the light while we're there, because I have a feeling there's going to be a lot that we'll be clearing.
Yes, you'll be doing land clearing, assisting the elementals, especially the leprechauns. I get their name came in. Right
Yeah,
away.
I actually knew that.
And Danu, the goddess of the Tuatha De Dananns, the leprechauns. Can connect in with other Celtic gods and goddesses. This one is a reincarnation of Angus, the love god in the Celtic tradition.
What about Joan? What's her Ireland connection?
Getting the goddess Guinevere. The goddess of love and loving relationships.
And my own?
Getting the goddess Vesta, who's connected the fire of the hearth, the heart of the family, or the warmth and of connection, the warmth of the hearth within the home, bringing about greater warmth, greater connection within the home.
Thank you. Now, before we started this conversation, we were talking about channeling and methodologies, and there was the conversation about the 4 portals of the mind being accessible and open. Is that the case for each of us? For Joan, Susan, myself, Radha?
Do you mean, are they open?
Are they? Mhm. Or is there, if not, if there's one that needs like a percentage work or something?
Let's see. Well, this one has all 4 open. So Wendy, you have all 4 open. Joan has 3 open. Let's see. Radha has 2 open. Vilma has all 4 open. Miss Lana. Okay, Lana has 3 open. But the others will open with continued practice with your channeling.
Beautiful.
And we are
Now-
able to connect through other means, as has been previously mentioned. Like I feel like almost hoarse now, and I'm like, I wasn't that before, that way before I channel. I'm like, what is going on? But yeah, maybe it's a clearing of my throat chakra to allow
Yeah.
me to, allow it to, allow me to channel clearly, but I don't know. And it's been a while since I've channeled Yeshua. I have channeled him before, but it's been a while, probably like a year at least.
Yeah.
But it's like, why is my throat raw and hoarse? It's almost like, yeah, it makes me want to like cough, and it's very weird. Yeah. Because I haven't had that happen when I've channeled before, to like feeling this.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think it is maybe like a throat chakra clearing. I know I've
Mhm.
done clearing of my throat chakra in the past,
But
to
you know what's
speak,
crazy?
speak my truth, kind of thing.
You'll think that you're done, and then it's like something else.